I thought you could leave the background out.
You can't.
Put in a fake background.
Well, anything, background or no background.
Okay.
Just
Wait. I'm not used to WebEx. I gotta find out where everything is at.
Yeah, last time I was on WebEx, I just
what kind of,
audio.
now you,
Oh, I take that back. I could see their screen, but
you ain't putting that $4,000 in. So we ain't doing nothing for the apartment, right? Just for the rent.
Daddy, you
this is the building.
this is the building
That's not
inspection.
the housing court.
This is not housing court. This is to tell them everything that you fixed on here to get more time on the other stuff that you haven't got fixed. But I don't know. They supposed to check off the list. Where's the list? What y'all do with the list?
The list is in the apartment. The other list, Jack is supposed to have, but they don't have the stuff we did checked off on.
I know. I just wanted to make sure.
One in the apartment, and I gave one to Jack. One, a lot of them checking off was in the
Oh,
apartment.
I wish I would have. Let me see what we got here. I'm waiting for somebody to. I guess it started at 9 o'clock, so maybe I should mute.
Hello, this is Christine Landreth.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Here, Daddy, come sit down because you're the landlord. I'm just helping you. I mean to say it like that. Would you please come here? I didn't mean to sound so aggressive, Dad. Hi, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing fine. Now I'm on here for building inspection. For extension. Are you on here for building inspection as well?
I'm on here for a building inspection as well. I'm supposed to be. Are you the judge or something, or you just want? You
I'm one.
somebody-
Yeah,
You just like me, then, huh?
trying to figure this out. Our meeting's at 9:30.
My meeting's at 9:32.
Okay, we'll see how they figure this out.
Yeah. On the docket, if you got that agenda, and you go down and you can see where your name is. They have it in order. If you scroll all the way down at the bottom
Yeah,
of
only
that
thing
agenda,
showing here is a picture of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Cleveland Board of Building.
no, I mean in the letter that they sent where you on that same letter that they sent where you found that where they told you to download WebEx and all of that, it tell you what order you in, the order of the meeting,
Oh, okay. Let's
the
go to
agenda.
my email because I didn't receive any letters or anything.
That's what I meant is an email. I guess I said that.
All right, let me check my email and see what they have in there for me.
Okay, let me violation. Let me go back.
You're on 9:30 Board of Building Standard.
Okay, I pulled it up on mine, and the agenda it starts it has a list of the docket. The first I can do addresses because I'm the names. The first one is 7701 Superior. The second one is 33 Eddie Road. The next one is East 185th. Then is 3481 West 50th. 2387 West 5th. Something Reno. So it's a whole at the bottom
No, I don't have nothing like
page where
that.
you is an agenda. It says agenda Wednesday 25th agenda.
Joined by phone.
And it say 14, and I guess it's like the 14-day notice they sent it out 14
Okay.
days ahead of time and told you to download WebEx and all that.
Yeah, agenda, docket.
Yeah, so if you click on agenda docket, it'll tell you where you at in the docket. Like if you first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever.
Okay, building docket. Okay, Superior. First one was Superior Avenue.
Yeah,
Okay, let me see
and
where
then
we're at.
mm,
I didn't get that far into it here. Reno, 99th Street.
I'm trying to see when I turn it to your phone.
Move it to chill over there.
No, look, I put something in the background.
Yeah, okay.
I put a see it.
No, I know, but I could say you can move
Or
the chill a little bit too. You got enough room yet, okay.
that's 44.
I was doing it so she can see you, cause you gotta be, you the landlord.
Yeah, big head.
St. John Housing Docket.
Okay. Oh, I kind of want to read this. I can't even read this.
I seen yesterday they were giving out socks.
I saw that, yeah, they were like, breast cancer pink socks for October, yeah. I didn't have time, yesterday was so crazy.
What is this for? No, what you're talking on. Well, it's not like I didn't call them. It's 9:30. None of those people that we submitted papers, they didn't even respond, right? Any of those things, not even one. No, the one that did, I need your Social Security. Okay, this is what it is not.
So then, there's your feelings. And you gotta take.
Yeah, but now,
Map, yeah. Water.
Moya and Doll 6.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Hi,
Please
good
mute-
morning.
Please mute your phones
Sure.
and your computer screens until your docket is called. When your docket
Okay.
is called, then you can unmute yourself. You're gonna ask to announce your name and your relationship to the property. I do not want to have to move anybody to the lobby if you keep unmuting your mic before your time. Let's see. Oh, there she goes. Okay, Mr. Chairman, we can start with the preamble.
Okay, in compliance with the notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting law and section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the City Planning Department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with the participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Call-in users can use *6 to unmute. All meeting activity is being recorded by way of the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed by way of YouTube. All requests to speak on a particular matter by way of our website and email have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Mr. Jacobson.
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Preliminary matters. Can we verify that the live stream is on and functioning?
Yes, it is, sir.
And Mr. Chairman, as the Law Department has done since these meetings have gone virtual and are hybrid, law states its objection to the use of the chat function. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Davis.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Here.
Mr. Dink?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here. We only have 3 board members, which means that if our decision is not unanimous, which it usually is, then your appeal goes back to the city. If for that reason you prefer not to have your case heard, then let me know when we call your case that you would like to reschedule your case. Thank you. Okay, the first case is building docket A100 237701 Superior Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance, issued on April 6th of 2023. Appeal received May 4th, 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
I'm not sure, Daddy. Were you telling us to say we here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
My name is Jack Pittman,
and you gotta tell her who you are, like
Yeah.
the landlord.
landlord for
Okay.
7701 Superior.
Okay. So we have Mr. Pittman, and who else? Is that Ms. Berry? Are you giving information also?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, that's good. Let me, I'm going to swear to both of you in, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay, sir, we've already started the repairs. I have a list with the receipt. And I took pictures of the repairs. We're working on, so I can tell you what we've already fixed.
Yeah, what's
We-
that? I mean,
We fixed the drywall throughout the whole unit. We replaced the broken glass and on the built-in. We repaired the fireplace. We replaced the damaged wood on the floor. We replaced the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. We repaired all 8 damaged doors throughout the unit. We repaired the damaged wood on the bench
think about it.
seating, and we replaced the bathroom tile. And we did the, started doing the, what they call it?
Find up,
The, what you call
find
it?
up,
The what?
find up, find up
Point up or
for the bricks.
for the brick, tuck pointing for the bricks. So we did all of that. And it said clean the backyard, which is not on this receipt or whatever. So we cleaned everything out the backyard, all around the outside of the property. All that is clean. There is no tenant in this particular property, so that the unit itself is also cleaned out. So
Okay, how much more time do you think you need to complete, make the total violations?
okay, Daddy, how long?
Probably about 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. All right. Let me go over to Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, that was 3 weeks. Is that what I heard?
That's what you heard.
So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, it appears that you've submitted your lead safe certificate and that it is pending. Did you get your lead inspection?
Ms. Perry?
Yeah, we started it, yes, sir.
Has it been approved?
No, not yes, sir.
Do you know when it's going to be approved, or?
No, sir, I can investigate, yes. Or I mean, I can ask.
Mr. Chairman, this is a 4-suite apartment building, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are the other 3 suites occupied?
No, sir.
So the entire building's empty?
No, sir. One unit is occupied.
And so this was born out of a complaint, I believe. Yes, it was born out of a complaint. What is the condition of the other units?
The other units are in good repair, sir. The particular tenant that issued the complaint is the one who was evicted, sir, because she did all the damage. She did all the damage besides maybe the backyard, where we had a refrigerator or something that had to be cleaned, and the tuck pointing and the other stuff that we had to fix, like on the porch. Besides some of the other stuff that we were already in the process of fixing, she did all the damage. She did it.
Mr.
Sir?
Chairman, we don't object to 60 days to get the corrections made, with the understanding that the units will remain vacant until the violation notice is closed.
Yeah,
But also we ask that within 2 weeks, the property is inspected by the building and housing inspector, Ms. Darrett.
Okay, did you hear all that, Ms. Perry?
yes, I heard what you said. Let me repeat back what you said so I can make sure my dad understood. You said that we're gonna have 60 days.
3 weeks.
He said 60 days. I'm repeating back what he said. He said 60 days to get everything repaired, and in 2 weeks you're gonna have. So do we have to call the building inspector, or you gonna send them back out? I don't know how that works.
So Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, the building inspector's name and phone number is on the violation notice. It's your responsibility to reach out to her to get it inspected.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I understood. So we'll call her and have her come back within the next 2 weeks, or within 2 weeks. And then we have 60 days to get all the other repairs. And we cannot rent the property until we come back and the violations are cleared either by you or the building inspector. Whatever that is, it has to be cleared.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And you can do all this before that time, especially if you want to rent. So if you get everything completed ahead of time, then you want to move on. So I'm going to go ahead and make the motion to grant till December 25th, 60 days, 2023 to complete all violations, and till November 13th, 2 weeks, 2023 to have your property inspected again. And you cannot rent it out until it's all complete. Motion? Motion?
Just a point of clarification, did I not hear that one of those units is currently occupied? Does everyone understand that if that's the case, that doesn't continue? Am I wrong in that?
No, I think the one that's occupied is occupied, but I think that what they're talking about is once they get re-inspection on it, unless the inspector finds something, I think they're clear on that. I think what's been violated is probably in the notice, so I'm assuming that's the case. If there's a change to that, Mr. Vanover can let me know, but.
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Dank, this notice of violation is specific to one unit.
I'm okay. That
Okay,
was my
all right,
Um,
motion,
So moved.
okay, motion by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out to you within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. I can exit now?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Okay, next docket is A 10323 336 Eddy Road, number 3.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance issued on April 24th of 2023. Appeal was received May 10th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I do not see the owner or property manager in on this call this morning.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
You.
Mr. Jacobson,
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice has been given to this appellant. The board can proceed with the hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
okay, thank you. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, this is a rental registration or rental inspection violation. This is this property is a rental property and was called out for a complaint. The last report from inspection report from October 3rd, 2023 states that the property is vacant. We ask that you deny any time and uphold the violation notice as properly issued and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, we'll find that it was properly issued and the motion is in order to deny more time and remand the property Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
It moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent within 2 weeks. The next docket was A 10523 562 East 185th Street. It has been withdrawn.
Hold on, what was that address again, please?
Yes, the address is 562 East 185th Street.
Thank you.
Okay. Next docket, A 11023. Let's see, 3481 West 50th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance and no permit. Issued on April 14th of 2023. Appeal was received May 9th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
This is Ray and Fritzy Picasso. We are the owners of this property.
Okay, if for both of you are present, you're gonna be given testimony. So I'm gonna solemnly swear that you tell the truth so help you God.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, very good. Whoever's gonna be speaking, go ahead and proceed. Let us know what your plans are.
Okay, we did have our general contractor come out and address all the items on the violations. I attached pictures, invoices, and proof of payment. So it looks like we've addressed everything on here as far as the violations go. So I think what we're gonna do is just call to have the inspector come out and see the work that was done and see if it's up to standard.
Have you gotten permits?
No, because on the violations, I don't see what permit I need.
Well, that is part of the violation is that you didn't get permits. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Mr. Vanover explain that out and see where we're at with it.
Bear with me just a second, Mr. Chairman. So yeah, so there are two violation notices. One is a no permit, and that is for
Missing water heater tanks. Oh, floors.
It wouldn't be any different than we're not having one.
It appears, Mr. Chairman, according to the notice of violation, there's plumbing, drain, waste, and vent pipe installed, wiring installed, and a hot water tank
Okay,
that was
Those-
installed without a permit. And the violation notice, states that pretty clearly.
okay. So
I don't, the picture that you have up, we don't have that in our files. Is there any way we can get that forwarded to us?
well, I don't have to check with Miss Davis. Is that possible or?
Okay.
What picture, Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, what pictures are you referencing?
Go to the next slide.
Yeah, I don't know if she needs this slide with the description.
Oh, no, take it back to the, picture slide. Are you referring to these pictures?
No, the next one. It's got the list of, I guess, what we need for permits.
Yeah,
That
that we don't have
Your
that.
violation notices?
We have the violation notice right here in front of us, but it doesn't have this right here.
It doesn't state what your violation is?
Yes, but it doesn't mention anything about a permit or anything that John just mentioned. There's nothing on there about that.
Okay, so we received an appeal for the following two violation notices that you all received. Violation number V as in Victor, 23008765. That one was for interior and exterior maintenance. The second violation that you filed an appeal on was V as in Victor, 230-11138, no permit. So when you submitted your appeal to this board, that is what we set your file up for.
So you're gonna need to get a permit, and I think I'm gonna have Mr. Vanover way back in here so that because you're gonna have of course, to have it inspected And then you are going to need a permit in order to get that work approved, but I'll let Mr. Vanover weigh in.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, there are two violation notices. One is the exterior maintenance that they claim, or interior exterior maintenance they claim to have completed. But then there is also the work without a permit. I mean, you are Cornerstone 3 Investments LLC, correct?
Correct.
Edgewater Drive, Orlando, Florida?
No.
California.
Yes, California.
Oh, hold on. So, yeah, I've got a West 117th addressed. I've got an Eastwood address.
Eastwood.
Eastwood.
Okay. So, all right, so yeah, so these were sent to, and then you filed an appeal. So somebody received the no permit violation. Notice.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and proceed with the no permit, but just out of curiosity, would you happen to know, we purchased this house a year ago and had this tenant already living there when we purchased the house. But our inspection passed when we purchased the home.
Oh, I know, but don't issue it.
So I'm wondering, how did the inspection pass? There was no permit on the water heater.
Who did the inspection of the home?
A company that was hired by, I don't know, whoever the real estate company used.
Like they're not very good at their job.
Ouch. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, the reality is that they're, you know, as part of that process, they should verify that inspections were conducted and that the laws were followed. And apparently they did not. Mr. Chairman, we would just ask if all the work is completed and with the exception of pulling the permits and getting that work inspected as the law requires by the mechanical inspectors, we would ask that you just deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, because it sounds like if it's exactly what you said. If the work is completed, then all they need to do is they're going to need to just get it inspected. And if it doesn't pass inspection, along with acquiring a permit, so you're going to have to get the permit and then have it inspected. And if it makes it, fine. If not, you're going to have to redo some of that work. But basically, we're going to make a motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket. Next docket is A14723, 2387 West 5th Street.
Whose mic is open? Okay. Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior maintenance issued on June 20th of 2023. Appeal was received. Wait, hold on. Appeal was received July 19th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see the appellant in the participations panel.
Okay. Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
To Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, I did have communications with this appellant yesterday to get clarification on his relationship to Tremont Trails LLC. He is aware that this morning that this docket was to be heard and was sent the meeting link along with all the other appellants that's here today.
And to the chairman, the due process requirement of notice has been given to this appellant. The board can proceed with its hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Vanover.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, after, I mean, this is a rental property, obviously it's corporately owned. And, we would ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing for further action.
Okay, a motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Next docket is, this one is another one that was withdrawn, A 15023 10813 Reno Avenue. And that has been withdrawn. Okay, you got all that, Tom?
I do, thank you.
Okay, all right. Next docket, A 10123 2020 West 99th Street.
Application fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance and no permit. Issued on April 6th of 2023. Appeal was received May 2nd, 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, and Dan Jacobson Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Veronica Gaffer LLC.
Okay, so Veronica, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
Okay, that is your last name or first?
My first name is Veronica. My last name is Jordan.
Is Jordan. Okay, Miss Jordan.
Yeah.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
The permit was pulled for the water. I'm still waiting for the permit to be pulled for the electrical work. The following repairs have been made: the exterior wood trim and interior loose missing boards were repaired. The holes in the ceiling have been repaired. The trim has been painted. On the outside, the loose handrails have been secured throughout the unit. The floorboards have been covered and the the cabinet is being put in today.
You got your permits.
Yes, the water permit was pulled. I still need to pull the electrical permit.
Okay. How much more time do you think you need?
Probably about another 60 days if that, sir.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, this is a rental property. It's corporately owned. And, there is still a need for an electrical permit. The plumbing permit has been pulled. It appears that there's an inspection scheduled for today. But Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, has the, is this property registered as a rental?
Yes, but the unit is vacant.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, we don't object to more time to complete, but we need the electrical permit pulled within the next 2 weeks. I don't know why that's not complete. I don't know why that's not completed already.
Okay. It shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. All right, so,
Mr. Chairman, Dan from Law, Mr. Chairman, through the chairman to the appellant, I note that the business is owned by Galper LLC, a corporate entity. I didn't get her affiliation with the business.
The property manager, sir.
And through the chairman to the appellant, did she submit that documentation to the board and or Ms. Davis?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no, I do not have her name affiliated to speak on behalf of this LLC today.
To the chairman, I would just ask that the appellant submit some of those documents to Ms. Davis.
very good. Okay, Ms. Jordan, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to send any documents in that you have the authority to handle this property.
I will get that emailed in immediately.
Okay, so motion is in order for November 13th, 2 weeks to get your electrical permit, and till December 25th, 60 days, 2023, to abate all the violations. Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dink,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Mr. Chairman, could you give me that abatement date again, please? Was that November 26th?
It was December 25th.
December 25th, okay.
Yes, 2023.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent within 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay, next docket is A 10423, 6303 Shade Avenue.
Hi, Shayla George here, and I'm being represented by
moment,
Attorney.
Ma'am. One
Yeah, hold
moment.
on.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance, issued on April 6th of 2023. Appeal was received May 4th, 2023, requesting for 30 days to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Good morning. This is Attorney Eric Allen. I have Ms. Shayla George with me as well.
Okay, so would both be given testimony, I assume. So solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, so I guess, Mr. Elaine, it's you gonna be doing the talking?
Some degree, Ms. George may chime in.
Okay. All right, well, go ahead. The floor is yours. Let us know what your plans are.
Not to steal Mr. Vanover's opening, but this is a rental property. It's a corporately owned rental property. But from there, this was a situation where there was a tenant inside who was contentious, and they needed to resolve that issue prior to getting the repairs underway. It's my understanding that they are moving in that direction. They should be done within 30 days, although I would ask that you give us 60 so that we can make sure that with the holidays, we can schedule anything that needs to be scheduled.
Okay. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, is this a single family home or a 2-family home?
Ms. George, you want to comment on
This
that?
is a single family home.
And Mr. Chairman, am I to understand by the testimony that it is currently vacant?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Chairman, we don't object to 60 days with the understanding that the unit remains vacant until the violations are abated.
Okay, so a motion is in order, to grant till December 25th, 60 days, 2023, to abate all the violations and that the unit is to remain vacant until, that occurs. Motion
So moved.
moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Next docket is A10623, 3120 West 11th Place.
This docket has been withdrawn, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Yes, it has. All right. Next docket, A10723, 3315 Seymour Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance and no permit. Issued on March 14, 2023. Appeal was received April 10, 2023, requesting for 90 days to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record.
Morning, Charles Stevens.
Okay, Mr. Stevens, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
And
Okay.
Gil Lifting.
Yeah, Gil is my contractor, so he's also on the line.
Okay, so it's both of you then, Mr. Gill, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Mr. Chairman, preliminary matter, and through the chairman to the appellant and the appellant's contractor, I was looking at corporate documents. I couldn't find the name Charles Stevens on any corporate documents for this entity. I was just wanted to ask both the appellant and Carmela Davis if the appellant submitted any kind of documentation for his authority to act on behalf of the corporate entity.
Did submit my articles of I forget the exact document name, but the LLC document that indicates that I'm the managing member, and I'm happy to do so again if need be.
Ms. Davis?
1 second, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I think it was the operating agreement.
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, the board do have the operating agreement. We will make sure that the Department of Building and Housing lawyer, Dan Jacobson, will receive a copy of this.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jacobson and Ms. Davis. Go ahead, Mr. Stevens.
So when we got these notices of violations, there was a tenant in the property that was in the process of being evicted. The eviction took longer than anticipated. They departed the property, I think it was towards the end of August. We have subsequent to that made the repairs. I would just note one of the repairs was for no permit for a laundry room. Like a laundry room had been added to a bedroom, which was the way I purchased the property a year and a half ago. What we did there is we eliminated the illegal changes, right? So we just removed the laundry room from that bedroom. So I think if you look at the record, there won't be a permit, and that's why. We have completed the work, and we just need to schedule with the building inspector to come out and review it and see if there needs to be any corrections.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, can you explain what you mean by you removed the illegal conversions?
I will. This is Gil.
I get it.
So when Mr. Stevens purchased this house, it was existing copper water lines, very old ones. And by the violation, we needed to do something. So it's not going to be a laundry room or anything like it. And what the violation says, if I remember right, permit if needed, if we adding anything. We did not. I'm a GC, I'm not a GC. I cut it out, I kept it, and that's it. So there is no more plumbing to this room. This room was right above the basement. We cut about 16 inches of pipe, and we kept it. That's what we did. So there is no more laundry or any plumbing in this bedroom. It was very random, by the way, whoever did it. Odd.
So, Mr. Chairman, the no permit violation notice is not a permit for, or is not a violation notice for the laundry room existing. It's a violation notice for the work and the modifications that were done to the electrical, the plumbing and the ventilation. So, the work to add it required a permit. The work to remove it also requires a permit. Even though it was done, even though it was installed illegally, it's still modifications to the plumbing and the electrical system. So they will still need a permit and they will to remove the laundry room, and it'll have to be inspected to make sure that what was done on both sides was legal. How it was terminated, how it was removed, and how all of that work was done. So the no permit still stands. But it appears that the rest of the violation notices, the rest of the violations have been corrected. Is that my understanding?
Yes.
And Mr. Chairman, this unit is currently vacant because you went through with the eviction?
That's right.
It's vacant right now.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure what the ask is, but I would ask that the notice of violation for no permit, that you ruled that it was property issued, and deny and remand that back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, and so what's going to happen here is you're going to need to get the permit and then explain what was done and have it inspected. So because you have basically everything done, you just need to get the permit and take care of that. So we're going to make a motion.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I may. Okay, so normally for plumbing, we need a plumber to pull a permit. Since it's only limitation, I just limited it. Can I pull a GC permit for this change? Is that going to be okay? Some money for everybody. I will pull it. I will get it inspected. No problem. But are you okay with me just pull a permit on my end instead of getting a plumber? Because plumber can charge hundreds of dollars for this small matter. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Is that okay?
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, the law requires that modifications to the plumbing system are completed by a registered plumbing contractor.
Okay.
It's not, and I mean, it's not a matter of what I'm okay with.
No, but my license as a GC, I'm allowed to do plumbing as well, not rough plumbing. I'm allowed to do plumbing as a GC.
Not in the state of
not
Ohio.
rough.
Mr. Chairman, modifications to the plumbing, to anything covered by the Ohio Plumbing Code must be completed by, under the state of Ohio, it must be completed by a licensed plumber, and under the city of Cleveland codified ordinances, it must, licensed plumber must be registered with the city.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mr. Gill, if that's the case, you know, if as a GC, if you have that, fine, but if not, you're gonna have to obtain that then.
Okay, it's a very, okay, all right. I mean, this.
Okay. So, what you're gonna need to do then is get the permit and then inspection and get that resolved. So motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to Division of Building and Housing for any further action, and that, let's see, the violations do exist, and so that is the motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay, next docket is A 13323 18520. Chickasaw.
Wait. You skipping over a couple of them, Mr. Chairman.
Oh,
Docket 10823.
yeah, okay, 10823 4160 East 108th Street. This notice has been withdrawn. And so then we move to docket 10923.
That was 4160 East 185th Street.
Yes.
No. East
No, the one
108.
that's the 108? Yes, right, that is correct. 108th Street, 4160 East 108th Street.
Yeah.
Okay, next docket then would be A 10923 1848 West 44th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure issued on April 18th of 2023. Appeal was received May 15th, 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
John Shakovsky, owner.
Come up to the table.
Okay, Mr. Savasky, solemnly swear to
They said were you?
It's up to you.
solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
So this is a whole nightmare. This whole
All right.
process is a nightmare. First of all, I had to wait for the fire inspection from the insurance company. Then I hired an architect that ended up only being an inspector. I didn't know that I was gonna have to have architectural plans. I got architectural plans and I sent them in. I have your little sample that was given to me at the time that I filed for the permits, and they told me that I could hand draw them myself. Now I have very nice drawings because they told me those were no good and they told me I needed to get an architect. So I hired an architect, they have drawings here, and then now he's telling me this has to be to scale. Now, I don't know who can hand draw these to scale. He told me I didn't have to pay to have this done. And I have them in the pamphlet that he denied me today. I did receive authorization from the Landmark Commission for my windows and my siding and my doors. So I am gonna proceed with doing that. I have done some structural work. So I guess that's gonna add me to a no permit violation. Unfortunately, I had to do some work because structurally it needed to be sound. I repaired, I have pictures and I sent them to somebody, but I didn't send them until yesterday. I don't know who would want to see these. Anybody?
I forwarded them.
Oh, okay, okay. So I mean, I'm in the process of doing this work. I actually would appreciate it if somebody can help me out with this to get my actual permit so I can actually get some heat and some electric in there and make it conducive for me to continue to do the work.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, this is a appeal for a condemnation violation notice. It seems like all that was testified again so far was regarding the permitting process. It does appear that there is a building permit in process. I'm not sure what the ask is here. We would ask that you uphold the notice as properly issued. I'm not sure what the this is it's a landmark district home, and it is a substantial fire. And the state of Ohio does allow homeowners, does not require an architectural seal on residential plans, providing those plans are submitted and they are of architectural quality, and we can review them to the code. At times, it's more beneficial to engage a design professional than to attempt if one is inexperienced. But I'll restate: this is an appeal to not to an adjudication order or a permit denial. This is an appeal to the violation notice.
Correct, and I am working on.
Mr. Chairman, if you'll let me finish.
Yes.
And then the chairman will acknowledge you again. I'm not sure what the ask is, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Chekalowski, that's what we're looking for, is to, I know one of your asks was, what is going to be acceptable. I think he sort of explained that to you as far as drawings, and the other issue will be how much time that you think it's going to take to accomplish this.
I'm hoping to be done in 6 months. I was hoping originally to be done by January, but now with the delay in the I do have the architectural plans, and they are done by an architect. The only thing that I did myself was the actual floor plan, which was based on the information that I was given, and that was denied today. And I'm gonna go see the gentleman when I'm done here, because when I reach out to the architect to correct these, I want to make sure that they correct them so that the next time it doesn't get denied. Because all he put on here was print to correct sheet size. And I don't think that that's exactly all that he's going to need. But at any rate, it comes down to, I've done a lot of work. I'm going to order the windows. I'm going to, and if I'm allowed, and I don't know if I'm allowed, can I go ahead and install the windows and the siding without permits? Or do I have to wait for permits for that? I mean, I know I can't do the electrical, the plumbing, and the HVAC until I get a permit, but can I put the windows in and the siding while I'm waiting for the permits for the other stuff?
Mr. Banner.
At any rate, 6 months is what I'm asking for.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, the work described does require permits and permit approval prior to the installation. So,
Okay,
my recommendation is to have that conversation, engage the design professional to submit what is required for proper permitting and compliance with the required codes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, there we go. So as far as time is concerned, that doesn't sound like that's going to be a problem. I think he just has to get the design professional in there, and so is the 6 month to complete sound like a good amount of time to be able to do this?
Are you asking me?
Well, you said it. I'm going to ask Mr.
Yeah.
Vanover too. Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, assuming that the property is that the, the debris is cleaned up, the exterior is, cleaned and it's secured. What is the final expectation for the home? Do you plan to move in here? What is your?
Final expectations are one of two things. Either I will become a landlord, which I honestly have no interest in being, or I'm going to sell the property once it's, and I actually had someone try to purchase it. I had a purchase agreement and then they backed out. But at some point, once I get the plumbing and the electrical and some of the major stuff done, I'm gonna maybe try and see if I can sell it to someone who will come in and actually do the final finish stuff. And as a homeowner, I'm allowed to do all of this stuff, and I know electrical, I know plumbing, and I know HVAC, and I can do a lot of the carpentry, but I also know that my limitations, for doing fine work at the end, I'm not very good at that. So I think that I would be better served once I get closer to that point selling it. That's what my goal is. I mean, I'll finish it if I have to, and I'll have to hire somebody to do the final touches if I have to, but once I get it really close, I want to be able to try and sell it, and just walk away.
So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, understand that the notice of violation was issued to yourself, and selling the property does not relieve you of the responsibility of getting the certificate of occupancy. It only relieves you of the ability to do so. So that is just a word of caution. Understand that under state law and in the local ordinance, that even if you sell the property, if it is still condemned, you are still both financially and legally responsible for the property. So just a heads up on that. Mr. Chairman, we would ask that you, we don't object to providing 60 days to get the permits needed, and then allowing the Residential Code of Ohio to take precedent on the repair time. I am a little concerned that it's 6 months to abate for a property that the appellate may not own. It doesn't create the sense of urgency to get the professionals to respond that while there's, burnout properties in the neighborhood.
Okay, so if you have any further questions, Mr. Chokolowski?
No, but I did want to state that if somebody makes me an offer that's conducive to sell it, I intend to sell it, but by no means is that slowing me down or impeding me from getting this work done, because one way or another, whether I sell it or don't sell it, I need to get it fixed financially for my own reasons. So there is a fire in me to get this done no matter what. That's just you asked me what my options are. There are so many options later on once I get closer to being done. I'm just giving you things that are in my head. But no, I have every intent to finish that house as soon as possible so that I can do something with it, because right now I'm renting.
Okay, well, I think we understand now, what the plans are, and I think Mr. Vanover's explained to you what your responsibility is. So we're going to make a motion to give you 60 days to get the required permits to do the property. When you have the permits, Ohio law will kick in on those permits. As long as you're working on the property, you'll be good to go. Motion, so in order.
Mr. Chairman,
Go
can
ahead.
we get a date certain, please? 60 days?
Well, the only date certain that we're going to put in here is the December 25th, 60 days, 2023 to obtain the permits.
And then, Mr. Chairman, and then after that time, it will be remanded to the Department of Building and Housing?
Yes. So after that time, it will be remanded to the property, to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dank.
Second.
Second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
You have discussion, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I just have one question. You said after the 60 days, it gets remanded to
Building and
building
housing.
and housing. What does that mean to me?
Well,
I don't understand what that means if it gets remanded to building and housing.
okay, well, I'll let Mr. Vanover explain that.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, it means that if the permits are in place and active and you're working on the property, then the Residential Code of Ohio, which is the residential building code, will take precedent, which basically says if you're working on it, you can continue to work on it. However, if the permits are not in place or you no longer own it, then the Department of Building and Housing has the authority to conduct, to act administratively, up to and including demolition, or prosecution.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted a clarification what it meant. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a nice day, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Anybody want any of this stuff?
We have in the files.
The architecture drawings?
No, you didn't submit those.
No, yeah, would you like those?
You have
It's like,
copies.
I'll print another copy. It's not a problem.
Okay.
That's from the architect.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna move on with the next docket. It is A13623, 12415 St. John Avenue.
It's not Chickasaw?
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. So that's me, I'm jumping forward again. So we have not done 13323 yet. So let's back up again. Here we go. 18520 Chickasaw Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance. Issued on June 12, 2023. Appeal was received June 27, 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see Mayo and Doslik, I believe is the pronunciation, in the participating panel this morning.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Do you hear us? Do you hear us?
Yes.
Who is this?
My name is Yolanda Indulsic, and my sister's here too. Moya Indulsic.
Okay.
Okay, all right, we have both of you. We need you both to, who's ever going to be given testimony, to solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Well, our plans are, we were trying to find help. My sister is a senior citizen. She's on Social Security and on disability, and we just don't have the money to make these corrections. And we've reached out to a number of organizations, and we just have had no luck in securing the funds. We want to fix the property. We wanted to fix the property since 2021, you know, and it's just like all the organizations, they say they're going to help you, but nobody helps you.
Okay, let me get over to Mr. Vanover and see what can be done.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, is this owner occupied?
In 2021, no, but she has moved in now.
So it is currently owner occupied. So that will, Mr. Chairman, I can't do anything about any kind of assistance. I don't know what the ask is. As an owner occupied structure, I do not object to granting more time to make the repairs, but this board or myself do not have, we don't run programs for assistance. I do know that my experience has taught me that one is more likely to gain assistance for an owner-occupied structure than for an investment property.
This is not an investment property. This property was bought by my father back in the 1980s. My father passed away. It was part of the estate. The estate has just been a nightmare for us. And we had to put it in my sister's name so it wouldn't be foreclosed and lost like all the other properties that have been lost because of the negligence of an administrator. But that being said, my sister has maintained this property. She has the outside, the stuff she could do, she did. And we would do with her all the repairs to make this property, you know, what it was supposed to be. But it's not her fault, you know. I mean, right now she's in a place that's really difficult. You know, we don't have the funds. And I think it's kind of unfair that we're not going to get more time. We're trying to secure funds. We've contacted the Department of Aging, the Greater Cleveland Development Corporation.
Mr. Chairman.
I mean, it's not like we're not trying.
I understand, Mr. Chairman, the appellate. I've stated that we don't object to more time. I'm
sorry.
I just do not have the Mr. Chairman, the appellate, you didn't ask for more time. There was no, I didn't hear an ask for a specific date. And my point was only that we do not control the programs. And what happens, being that it's owner occupied, there's probably a better chance that you can gain assistance. We do not have the authority to do that. I do not object to more time as an owner occupied structure. That's what I would said. However, this board has not been asked for more time. So, Mr. Chairman, I would repeat, what is the ask?
What's the most I can get? I'm desperate here, you know. I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Chairman,
I'm desperate.
we don't object to 180 days to abate the violations as an owner occupied home.
Okay. Mr. Vanover, is there still that program with Mr. Inspector Sheckley for the elderly?
Mr. Chairman, that is the senior, the Department of Aging that it appears that they have already been in contact with.
Okay, so they need to stay in contact with them and see what can be provided for. All right, just keep working on that. We can give you 6 months, which would be April 25th, 180 days, 2024 to abate the violations. And good luck and stay with that senior program, okay? Keep working on it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Motion, so in order?
So moved.
Mr. Dank?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next docket is A 13623, 12415 St. John Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is poor workmanship. Issued on June 27th of 2023. Appeal was received July 3rd of 2023. Requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellate or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Shirley Reynolds, POA.
All right, Mr. Reynolds,
Yes,
solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
yes.
Okay, is this Charlie or Shirley?
Shirley.
Shirley, okay, excuse me, Miss Reynolds. All right, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay, we have been trying to get this garage built since last year of 22. come to find out, he pulled a permit, which is James Emerson, pulled a permit to build the garage. We have invested $10,500 into a slab that was poor workmanship on his behalf, as well as not having building to the permit that he had given to the permits down there. We're asking for more time. I have filed a bonds claim against him, and we're asking for more time until we clear this up with him to get someone else in here to redo the construction, tear up the construction, and start over again.
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
if I may interject, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official. So, Mr. Chairman, this notice of violation was issued to the property owner as well as the contractor Bricks and Mortar Incorporated. I'm sorry, Shirley, what is your last name?
Reynolds?
Reynolds. Are you the property owner?
I am not. I am the daughter of the property owner, POA. She is here if you need to have speak with her as well.
Okay. So Mr. Chairman, by law, for residential property, when a notice of violation for no permit or for poor workmanship is issued, the way that the residential code is written is that the plan approval is and the work is the responsibility of the property owner. And then under our local authority, all contractors must be registered and comply with the plan approval. So ultimately, when these are issued, they're issued to the contractor and the homeowner. However, this homeowner hired a contractor, and I'm verifying that a permit was pulled. Yes, a permit was pulled, and the work was found to be non-compliant. So we would ask, instead of granting more time, that the board rules, which they have the authority to do so, that the homeowner properly contracted with a registered contractor, and that the responsibility to comply with the permit is that of the contractor, and basically relieves the homeowner from the responsibility to comply.
Okay.
And
that sounds like a very good idea. So
for discussion,
okay.
Mr. Chairman and Ms. Reynolds, what that means is that you will be relieved from prosecution or any administrative action that the city takes regarding this issue. And that the contractor will remain responsible, and that allows you to go after their bond, and it allows us to prosecute if necessary. However, once those situations are concluded, you will then remain responsible for removing this and having it replaced.
Correct.
It basically gets you, temporarily gets you off the hook for this problem and allows you the authority to move forward and correct it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to find that you properly hired the contractor to do the work, and that the contractor we find is negligent in performing their duties in completing the project correctly. And so we find their work to be lacking, and that they are to be the responsible party and not you, the homeowner.
Great.
Motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Dank,
Second,
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. A notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you didn't ask them about to putting up another garage.
They relieved you of all responsibility of the property. They're going to go after him. So we could wait on this.
Okay, well, you can explain that to her and we'll move on to the next docket. Make sure I get this right. Housing docket A 13723, 2056 West 95th Street.
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violation of interior and exterior maintenance and hazardous conditions issued on June 15th of 2023. Appeal was received July 3rd of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Chairman, I do not see anyone here from McDonald Cleveland Rentals LLC.
Okay, Mr. Vanover, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do. Mr. Chairman, what is the address? 2056 what?
Go back to there. Okay, it says 2056 West 95th Street.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
To Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, yes, it did. When the notice of hearing went to the owner, it bounced back. I then contacted the owner, got his correct email address, and also made him aware at that time that he had a hearing today at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did you receive an acknowledgement of the email that you sent to the appellant? That he received it?
To Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, yes.
Okay, and through the chairman to Ms. Davis, any additional forms of communication? Have you received any additional forms of communication after the email request, after the email? Or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant?
Through Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to the appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, this is a rental property. It's corporately owned. We ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion.
So moved.
Okay, Mr. Denk,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Okay, next docket is A 14923, 470 Arbor Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure issued on September 21st of 2016. Appeal was received July 21st of 2023, requesting for 6 months to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see a David Womack in the participation panel.
Okay, Mr. Vanover, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through Mr. Chairman to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, if you received any form of communication, an email, a voicemail message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with the hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, this is a 7-year-old condemnation notice. It appears that there was a certificate of disclosure for transfer issued on this in 2017. I do not know what standing this particular appellate has to file an appeal at this point. There were permits pulled, no work was completed. Those permits were closed as invalid in the beginning of, in the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. So we would ask that you deny, that you find that the violation notice was properly issued and that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, the violation notice was properly issued, and the motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Denk,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Next docket, A 15123, 3376 East 140th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance, issued July 11, 2023. Appeal was received July 24th of 2023, requesting for 30 days to abate the violation. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellate or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Excuse me. That is.
That's you? Come up to the table, please. We need you to state your name for the record.
Dora Dumas.
Okay, Ms. Dumas, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay. Well, my plan was, I ordered to have this done before we got to this point. But I couldn't have it done. I had spent a lot of money. I had ran out of money, plus I got sick. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. So that's the reason why it's not completed. And I learned a lot today because I never dealt with anything like this. My husband passed away. He left this for me to do. I didn't know anything about getting, what you call it, when you get permission to do something.
Permits.
When you get permission to do something. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything.
You don't have to, this can pick up your voice now.
About getting permits or nothing, because he took care of all of that. So I was trying to do the best that I could to keep the property up, but I didn't do a very good job because I did not know. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just didn't know what to do. I did what I thought I needed to do, but it was not.
Okay.
So this is single family residence,
That's two family.
2 family?
Yes.
Is it part rental?
What is
Are you renting
Are you
property?
renting?
Yeah, I was, renting it out. No, I wasn't renting it out until this young lady came along and she needed a place with 2 kids. And she told me that, I'm looking for a place, you got a place? I said, yeah, but I'm fixing on it now. And she said, well, I just need an address. I just need an address. I fell into that. And this when it started going down.
So, what is it that you're asking us?
Well, I need more time. And I need more money. I done tried help. You get help through the agency, like this lady was saying on there, and you just cannot get help. They would not help.
Mr.
So-
Chairman,
Yes.
and through the chairman to the appellant, never want to assume age or anything, but there are programs through the senior initiative program, and we could have somebody from that program reach out to you. I can't say if you would qualify or not, but we can initiate that process and have somebody from there contact you. If the information on your statement is correct, I believe you have submitted contact information to Ms. Davis.
On your appeal application.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 30 days.
So does it appear that she would meet those by the application?
Mr. Chairman, I would object to any presumption of approval by an agency that's not represented in this hearing. We do not object to more time, but this appears to be both a time and a financial issue. The reality is that not everybody should own investment property. And sometimes the answer is to get assistance through an agency. And sometimes the answer is to sell the property to a beneficial owner, someone that has the resources and the understanding to make the corrections without it being an unnecessary burden on Ms. Dumas. So those are not things that we can do here in this hearing. It's just advice from my experience that the best thing to do may be able to just find a beneficial owner and sell it, or to go through an agency to get assistance in doing that, providing Ms. Dumas has the wherewithal and the ability and the time to be a landlord. So we would not object to more time. But but if it's a funding issue, then I don't know that time is going to assist.
Well, I think I could get it done if I get more time. Because the house is almost, it's already done. The inside is perfect. It's just the
Mr. Chairman,
outside, like
Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but are you residing at this property?
No.
No. Okay, this is not an owner occupied. You're not living there.
No.
Okay.
You said it's two families, so are both occupied then? Do you have two families in there renting now?
Yes, one downstairs been there for 20 years, and the other one just moved in there, and I just can't take it. She like to fuss and fight. I'm too old to fuss, and I'm too old to fight. So I just have to stay away from her. But downstairs, they with me for 20 years.
So how much more time do you think you need?
But how much time can I get? I'm in earnest. How much time can I get? More time, the more I can, do more. But like I say, the inside is already up. The part is just outside, like painting of the house, and I done already bought new porches and stuff. I done did all that. But I just need that time, maybe 60 days. Did I get more than 60 days?
Well, we can give you 90 days, but you're going to have to if it's outside stuff, you're going to have to get on it pretty soon because you could run into bad weather. So,
Mr. Chairman, we would ask that an inspection be conducted within 2 weeks by Inspector Lanham to verify that the interior conditions are corrected.
Okay. So we can do that. What about a total on the property? What do we?
We don't object to 90 days, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so get an inspection done on the interior by November 13th, 2 weeks, 2023, and to abate all the violations by January 25th. That's 90 days, 2024. Motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
So you need to contact
Thank
your
you.
inspector to get that re-inspected in 2 weeks, okay?
Okay. Who, I gotta get.
Yeah, you have to contact your inspector.
Kimberly,
Yes, Ms. Kimberly.
thank you.
You are.
Okay, next docket is A 15223, 14017 Triscuit Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior maintenance. Issued on June 30th of 2023. Appeal was received July 31st of 2023, requesting for 90 days to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Drew Vanek.
Okay, Mr. Vanek, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, let us know what your plans are.
Well, the plan was to evict the party that wouldn't let anybody in. We've sent in the papers into the court.
Okay, and how is that going?
Well, they had a scheduled date of November 16th to have him out. We believe he is out now, and we have to get all junk hauled out and all that kind of stuff, and so we can get to repairs. Just for the record, the repairs of this property that were requested were by a combative tenant that did the damage himself, and decided not to let me in to do any repairs, refused to do that, so we had to go down the eviction route. So I would think we should be able to complete those, I would hope, within 60 days.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, no objection.
Okay, so we go December 25th, 60 days, 2023 to abate all the violations. Motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, you'll get a notice within 2 weeks. Thanks, Mr. Vanek.
Excellent, thank you. Bye now.
Next docket is A 16023, 2922 Marvin Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance and condemnation of a shed and garage. Issued on June 23rd of 2023. Appeal was received on July 20th of 2023, requesting for 4 months to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Andrea Peterson, and I'm the owner of the property.
You say you are the owner?
Yes, Aslahat is my maiden name.
Okay. Ms. Peterson, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Yeah, so this was from a fire that we had in June. The shed and the garage have both already been demoed because they were deemed structurally unsafe to be in the backyard. The siding you could see is what the other violation I believe was for, and we have a contractor already ready to go with that as well as for a rebuild. However, we're currently waiting on permits. So we've been waiting a little over, I think about a month for it. So everything is lined up, ready to go once we get approval from the permitting company or from the permit department.
How much time do you think you need?
Everything is lined up and ready to go. We're honestly just waiting on the permit, but hopefully it comes in soon. I think it's more, we're just worried about weather. So I guess maybe 6 months in case we don't get it done earlier with the permits.
Okay, sounds like you're moving in the right direction now. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, the permit has been issued. It's in the process of being reviewed. It looks like we received that at the beginning of this month. So we wouldn't object to 90 days. I think in 90 days, this can get handled and taken care of.
Okay. All right.
No, wait, Mr. Chairman, this is an owner occupied property, correct?
Yes.
So, Mr. Chairman, 120 days.
Okay. All right. We're going to get you what you're asking for. February 25th, 120 days, 2024. Saying that right? No, 180 days. I'm sorry. April 25th, 180 days, 2024, 6 months. Motion?
So moved.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Dank.
Second.
Second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay, next docket is A 22323, 2069 West 98th Street, and that has been withdrawn. Okay, next docket is a permit extension, housing A 14823, 8302 Maryland Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This is a notice to request for a permit extension that was issued on July 13th of 2023. Appeal was received July 20th of 2023. Appellant was requesting for additional 6 months. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see a McCall in the participation panel.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice had been given to this appellant. The board can proceed with the hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, it looks like this permit was reopened, the work was completed, and a certificate of occupancy was issued. So we just ask that you deny and remand it back to the department. I think this thing has satisfied itself.
Okay, so motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dink,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Next is another permit extension, housing docket A 16623, 12415 St. John Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This permit extension was issued on June 27th of 2023. Appeal was received July 3rd of 2023, requesting for 6 months to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see, I think they were on earlier, they got logged off.
You logged off?
Yeah, it looked like these appellants was also the owners of the Chickasaw property.
Okay. Well, they're not on. Can't hear them, right?
Wait,
What do you do?
is it the same as the?
The poor workmanship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were on for the docket 13623. I don't know.
Same permit that was on the.
No, this is for a different property.
It lists the
The
same
same property.
address.
St. John Avenue.
Same John.
Yeah, the other property I thought was Chickasaw.
No,
St.
Chickasaw is the
John.
proceeding. Chickasaw is 1 2.
Right, but the same owners, right?
No.
No?
No. This is.
136.
13623 and 13623 have the same address and owners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the permit was in regards to. Maybe it was in regards to the poor workmanship. I'm not quite sure. Mr. Vanover probably can clear that up.
Okay. Well, Mr. Vanover, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson. I mean, there's nobody here, right?
Just you testify again what we just said.
No, Mr. Jacobson asked the questions. I want to.
I'd like to hear from chief building official, but through the chairman to Ms. Davis, in reference to the permit extension for docket number A166-23. Did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication specifically regarding docket A166-23 on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
Through the chairman, I'd like to hear testimony from the chief building official regarding this docket number A16623.
Here it comes, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman to Ms. Davis, who filed the application for this appeal?
It was filed by the owner, Christine Landrick.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, as part of the process for issuing a poor workmanship notice of violation, once the owner indicates to us that they plan to terminate their contractor, which is something they have the right to do, they have the right to terminate their contractor at any point for any reason and move to another contractor. And then all the balance of that becomes a civil issue. However, the permit itself is owned by the registered contractor. So we conduct an inspection to verify the condition of the property at that time of termination. And then we close it as non-compliant because it hasn't satisfied all the requirements of the plan approval. So this was closed non-compliant, and it's actually an order to the contractor. I apologize. It's not an order. It's it is a basically informational document provided to the contractor saying that they no longer have the authority, so we closed the permit. So there is, unlike the previous case, Ms. Landreth has no responsibility in this. It is not an order that does not, and it does not come with administrative, it does not come with prosecution or administrative action by the city. So we would ask that you deny it and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing. Because she does and speaking for the appellate, I'm assuming she does not want this to stay open because she's terminated the contractor.
Sounds good.
Mr. Chairman, and
yes,
through the chairman to Chief Building Official Tom Vanover. I'm going back to the previous docket of A13623. That's where there was a violation notice issued for poor workmanship on the property address of 12415 St. John Avenue. Was this permit, the permit number B22-027922, was that the permit that the building contractor Bricks and Mortar hold?
That is correct.
Okay.
This is a permit that is subject to the poor workmanship violation.
Oh.
The order that is under appeal, or the letter that is under appeal here, is the letter stating to the property owner, because everything goes to the property owner as well as the contractor, that the permit has been closed.
So that permit, and through the chairman to Chief Building Official Vanover, the permit number ending in 922, that permit has been closed?
That is correct. That is what, yes.
Thank you.
So we will rule that a motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank.
Second.
Second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks.
Mr. Chairman, before we
Yes.
proceed, we do have Tremont Trails LLC, which is docket number 14723, has logged in and wish to be heard. The motion was to deny and remand back to the Department of Building and Housing. But they have managed to log back in at this time, to log into the meeting now.
It's 13723 or 147?
14723.
I see it. Okay, that's 2387 West Fifth Street?
That is correct.
Okay. All right, you will reopen the docket. You want to reread it or?
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violation was interior maintenance issued on June 20th of 2023. Appeal was received July 19th of 2023, requesting for 90 days to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the owner or his or her representative please state your name for the record?
Yes, ma'am. This is William Palmer. I'm the owner and managing member of Tremont Trails LLC.
Okay, Mr. Palmer, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
Yes, sir. I have no problem. These are minor updates, violations that I'm very happy to take care of. And I could do so very quickly. I have already secured a contractor. As you can see, the building, we've invested almost $2 million in completely renovating this building from the ground floor up. It received all certificates of occupancy, has been inspected by multiple inspectors. The issue that I'm having is access to this ground floor unit, which is a commercial lease to a bike shop. The unit has never been used as intended or as contracted, other than as a storage unit. It has not been used in any way, shape, or form as a business. And I believe there's no intention to do so. The tenant has been obstinate to both myself and the contractor, has changed the locks, refuses to provide access, and claims that there's a crime scene that he's protecting and that everyone is in on the conspiracy, including the inspectors, the city, former owners, contractors, friends, everyone's against him. And so my hesitancy in fixing this, literally this is a 1-day, 2-day job. I have no problem paying for it. I have the funds. There's no issue there. The issue is the tenant is litigious, is mentally unsound, and is not providing access. So I'm requesting a court order or some documentation to support my right to access the property and change the locks to make these fixes. That's all I need. I can get it done.
Okay, and how much time do you think you need?
I wouldn't need more than a week. And again, he's not using the property. He's not using the unit. It's not interfering with any business.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I apologize for interrupting. The board does not have the jurisdiction for the ask for any court orders, sir. So if that can be communicated.
Right, well, he'll take care of that, I'm sure. What we're looking at is time. I think Mr. Jacobson, I believe, some kind of an idea. And of course, he's going to be strapped by what it takes to get that done. So I think we'll go over to Mr. Vanover and see what he has to say about this as far as time-wise or what we can do. Mr. Vanover?
Mr. Chairman, I'm here. I'm just trying to process all of that. So I'm looking, Mr. Chairman, the appellate, you stated that there's a certificate of occupancy for this building?
That's correct.
And it's addressed as 2387 West 5th Street?
Yeah, the alternate address that it may be addressed under is 430 Jefferson Avenue. I don't know why both addresses are continually used in alternating fashion, but 430 Jefferson Avenue is the alternate address.
Bear with me, please. And Mr. Chairman of the appellate, this unit was designed and approved as a commercial unit?
If that's to me correct, there was no change in use. The bottom floor was commercial. The top 2 floors, there are 6 residential units. And they're fully occupied.
So Mr. Chairman, our position is this is not only corporately owned, but it's also, I mean, this is a commercial space. And this violation notice was issued 4 months ago. And our expectation is that it gets corrected. The legal matters involved with the commercial tenant and the appellant's concern to protect against litigation, unfortunately, those are not ours. There are legal remedies to gain access to the property to make the repairs through tenant-landlord law that's beyond our control. And I feel that could have been taken care of in the last 4 months. So we would ask that if it is that easy, that they appear to be minor repairs. It is investment property, and this is a commercial space that they be remedied immediately.
To do what?
That they be abated immediately.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's able to, though. He has taken the steps to try to remove this guy, but I don't think it's safe, considering the things that he's saying. So I don't know how they're going to abate it immediately, but is there another way that we can just leave the motion as it is? And when he's able to get to it, to do it right away, he can do it immediately.
Well, Mr. Chairman, yes, we would ask that you deny any more time. You remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing, and then from there, they can seek their own legal remedies to gain access to the property.
Okay, so everything stands the same, Mr. Palmer. You have explained everything to us as what the problem is, so that's part of the record. And as soon as you're able to get them out of there, you're going to get it fixed, correct? And have it re-inspected.
Absolutely, I have no problem. I know exactly what needs to be done. These are very simple fixes. I will commit to doing them. I'm looking for direction. I've talked to my attorney. I've talked to the inspectors. No one can give me I'm remote. I'm here in Texas. I have local property management supporting the property. I have local legal counsel. No one can give me a straight answer as to what it actually takes or who I should be talking to get legal remedy to safely enter the property with my landlord rights.
Okay, I thought you mentioned that you are doing something.
They will not give the contractor access as well, even with notice, even friendly contractors. This is an obstinate, mentally ill person. I don't know how to safely enter the property without causing major issues for everybody.
Well,
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
we're going to ask that we cannot give advice or guidance. This is one of the joys of property ownership and being a landlord, and his legal counsel should be able to advise on those things if they are if they're experienced in this type of law. Unfortunately, and I understand the desire to not cause issues for everybody, but sometimes being a landlord and land ownership requires causing issues for everybody. So we are looking at the remedy to the violations before us. We cannot help in that matter. That is a legal matter that he must undertake with his current counselor or another counselor that understands this. But our expectation is that the violations that exist get corrected.
Mr. Chairman, this is Vishnu, if I may, sir.
Yes.
Since this is not within the jurisdiction of the board, it seems to be a matter in the jurisdiction of the housing court. So the appellant, it's free to call the housing court. That's what would have jurisdiction on this matter he's dealing with. This board does
Right,
not.
but I think,
So,
Vishnu,
yes.
as far as the law with the building department's concerned, when you have a situation like this, he does have the right, to, I guess we've seen this before where someone won't allow somebody to do work on their piece of the property to their house, yet they need access. And so they can, but I think they have to go through, maybe the local police or whoever has to get involved. But I think the law is that you do have a right to be able to do your property. He just needs to get his legal team to be able to tell him, to set it up so that, he's going to have somebody in there to help protect while they do this.
Yes, sir. And the housing court would have remedies in eviction.
Okay, good.
So this is just to, I think the appellant was looking at some direction on where the jurisdiction lies. This is not within the jurisdiction of the board. This would be a housing court matter, which would have remedies in eviction. So
okay,
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let everything stand the way it is. I don't think we need another motion. It's already there. You know where you're at. Just do your thing, Mr. Palmer, and try to get access as soon as you can, and then get get it inspected quickly after you get it done, so we know that it's done.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
all righty. Let's see.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
we do have a reopened docket, 9023. Mr. Thrasher was heard 2 weeks ago, was having technical issues with logging on. He is in person today to give his testimony. At the time that we heard him 2 weeks ago, the board denied and remanded the docket back to the Department of Building and Housing for supervision and further action.
We'll allow it to be reopened. Go ahead and it's
Mr. Chair.
9023. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Jacobs.
I apologize. Going back to docket number A14723, was there a motion? And was that
We
heard?
didn't. We had a motion on that particular one. That's the one we just heard, right?
Correct.
Yes, we did move to remand it back to the city, and we left it right at that. So we didn't change anything. He came back on to talk to us about it, and we just said we're not going to change that motion. The motion stands.
Okay, I wanted just clarification on that. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
This docket is A9023, 13016 Beechwood Avenue. The notice of violations were interior and exterior maintenance that was issued on April 18th of 2023. We received the appeal on May 24th, 2023, requesting for 60 days to abate the violation. Present for the hearing is Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Would the appellant please state your name for the record?
Arnold Thrasher.
Okay, Mr. Thrasher, solemnly swear to tell your truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, let me go over to Mr. Vanover for just a second here. Mr. Vanover, do you have all this information in front of you?
Mr. Chairman, I do.
Okay, very good. All right, go ahead, Mr. Thrasher, and tell us what your plans are.
My plans is to use this property for personal use and family use, but not for rental. So the issue I'm having is I start doing some of the violations, but the problem I'm having, like other landlords, is getting access to the property. I have text messages where she say you could come. When we get there with the contractor, she will not let us in. The inspector's been there, he can't get in. Over time, it's been over 4 or 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. I can't get into the property. She'll allow me in. I get some work done, and I schedule the next day or whenever. I can't get in. I gave her a letter back on September the 17th stating, that you have to respect the property, the neighbors, and, everybody around you. But she has failed to comply. She's not even paying the rent anymore. She complains about this and that and the other, but at the same time, she won't let me in to fix the repairs. And so the reason we're evicting her as we speak, matter of fact, this is September the 18th, she got a 30-day notice. Through the courts, they told me she has to get 30 days and then a 3-day. So on the 19th of October, which was maybe 5 days ago, she received her 3-day notice of eviction. So today, when I leave this hearing, I'm going to the Justice Center and file these documents, which I have in front of me right now, for, I guess, the courts to do what the courts have to do. She leaves us no alternative but to evict her because I can't get in to do the work, not to mention that she's not in compliance with paying rent. If you stay there, you have to pay there. CMHA Housing has put up on her rent. She refused to pay. And this has been going on since September. So that's my stance right now.
Okay, do you have any idea how long it will take you to abate the violations?
Yeah, 6 months, please. I mean, 880 days, because like I said, I'm having issues just getting in. I could do some outside stuff, but again, like I heard other landlords, it's a situation. And
yeah, are you able to do the outside? Can you do the outside?
Yes, I did. Yes, I painted the back porch. I put the rails up. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, we object to 6 months. If you can see by the photographs, there's violations here. Some violations are created by tenants, some are not. The expectation for investment property is that it is maintained prior to the building department needing to tell property owners to fix their property. There was this notice of violation was issued in April. And if with all of these access issues and rent issues, this eviction process should have started if they're having trouble getting access sometime ago. We ask that you maintain the previous ruling and deny more time, remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing. The owner can continue the eviction process and gain access and continue to work on the property. The property was last inspected October 4th. And the inspector stated that not much work was completed because the landlord and the tenant are feuding. So there are legal remedies. This is, again, I'll say it, this is the joy of land ownership. There are legal remedies that could have been started, but there's also a responsibility that before property gets to this condition, that it is maintained. So we ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the department.
Okay, other board members, Mr. Dank, do you agree?
As the appellant, do they have a lesser time frame that they think might be practical, shorter than the 6 months?
With 90 days.
Mr. Thrasher, okay, you're saying you think you could do it in 90 days. Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Yes to
90 days.
90 days you feel is okay.
Mr. Chairman, before the ruling is reversed, I would like to ask the board to take a look at the electric panels in the bottom right-hand corner.
That's a good point. My only thought is it sounds as though the tenant will be evicted maybe even today and work could commence. And if that's the case, then maybe things can move straight ahead. Is that a misunderstanding on my part?
Mr. Thrasher.
No, it's not. I have the papers here. I had this hearing first, and today is the 5th day. You have to give them 3 business days before the 3-day notice is in effect. I gave it to her on the 19th, which was Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday doesn't count. Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. I'm going right to the Justice Center when I leave here and file for eviction. I have the papers right here in front of me.
But I think to Mr. Dink, to Mr. Vanover's point, once he's able to get in there and once they're out, we don't know when that's exactly going to be, but once that happens, he can correct all this and then call for inspection and boom, he's got it done. It doesn't, I don't see where that's going to hurt by we keep the motion right now rather than even shorten it. He's still going to do the work. He wants his property and the city wants it done. So I don't see where anything changes. He's still going to do it. It's just that he needs not to leave it, but to get it done. That's all. And I don't think he's got a problem doing that. So I don't think it hurts in keeping it. Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. So I think we're gonna let the motion stand. I agree with Mr. Vanover. We'll just go ahead and we're gonna have it stand. And as soon as you get able to get in there, Mr. Thrasher, go ahead and get in there and take care of it. You're still gonna be all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Discussion. Wait,
Yes.
when you say stand, because you have started a motion and then the chief building official interrupted. So are you going back to the October 11th motion as deny and remand, or are you going with the 90 days?
No, we're letting the motion stand on remand. We're keeping that motion is in place. We're not changing it. Okay? That motion stands as it was 2 weeks ago.
questions.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused now. Are they granting the time? I don't.
No, we're not. We're not giving you any time. We're gonna
Okay.
we're keeping it as it is. But
Yes.
when we do that, that's still, when you get access,
Yes.
you're still going in, you're gonna repair your stuff, and you're
Yes.
gonna get it inspected, and you're good to go. The only
Okay.
problem you'd have is if you didn't do it.
Oh, no,
Now,
that's not.
then you could run into a problem, and I don't think that's the case. I think you want to
Right.
get in there and fix it.
Yes.
So we're leaving the motion of 2 weeks ago in place.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All righty. You're welcome. Okay,
Nice.
Dave.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We can move forward with approval of resolution. The other appellant who requested to be heard has not appeared today.
Okay, very good. All right, so the other approval of resolutions, we can approve all of these then. A8823, A8923, A9023, A9223, A9523, A9623, 9723, A9823. Motion?
Motion for approval.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb. Approval of
Miss-
minutes? Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, it is getting late, isn't it?
Maggie,
Okay, approval of minutes for October 11, 2023. Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
Motion,
Motion for approval of the minutes.
Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Ms.
Okay,
Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
yes. Is there anything else that we need to address? We got everything covered?
Yes.
Very good. I am so sorry, Ms. Lipscomb, that you got this hornet's nest. A little longer than what is usual.
Mhm.
So I appreciate you hanging in there with us. Okay.
Ms.
we're
Lipscomb.
adjourned.
Yes.
can I get you to give me a call when you're done? I'd like to pick your brain about something.
Sure. I'm happy to do that.
It's, I'll give you my number. It's, 216, it's
Yeah.
420